Hello, welcome to another edition of our 2020 celebration of Latino heritage, Nuestra Cultura, brought to you by InTune Recording Studio and Antigua Productions. On behalf of our team, Dani Cortázar, studio owner and lead engineer, yours truly, Cecilia Esquivel, co-owner and manager, and Ferdi Calderon of Antigua Productions, we are happy that you join us today to celebrate the best in our Latino culture. At InTune Recording, we keep working through the pandemic. If you're looking for a place to work on a project, please find us online at intunerecording.com. We look forward to working with you. All right, today's guest visited InTune Recording for the first time, hopefully not the last. Singer, songwriter, performer Cissa Paz of Brazil. Cissa sat down with us for a conversation about her music, her compositions, her inspiration, her heritage. And she also sang a few songs for us. Towards the end, there's another little surprise for you. There's a guest performer joining her for one of the songs. I know you're going to like it. So without further ado, I leave you our visit from Cissa Paz. Cissa Paz, welcome to InTune Recording.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's a real pleasure to have you here today. We have known you for many years through the Brazilian music in town, yes. But this is the first time you have come to our studio, so it's great.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Everybody should come check it out.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
So we are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, and we wanted to invite you here because your music is a combination of many different cultures, and we like to celebrate that when we talk about Latin America, that it's not just one thing but a combination of the richness of our cultures.
Sure.
So tell us a little bit about who you are for the InTune Recording family.
Sure. So my name is Cissa Paz, like you said. I'm a Brazilian recording artist, songwriter. I also been playing around in DC for many years. And it's been a pleasure to learn and grow with all the amazing musicians and the Brazilian community around here. I've been doing music for, my whole life, but professionally probably about a little bit less than 10 years, something like that. My dad gave me my first guitar when I was 10 years old, and that's kind of when it started, but I didn't start to really take it seriously until more recently. So. Yeah, and then I started writing and everything just kind of snowballed, and here I am today, still trying to keep snowballing in these trying times.
Yeah. That's right, yes. So the one aspect that I would like to focus on a little bit today is the African heritage that is present in your music.
Sure.
A lot of people don't know that Brazil has the highest number of people of African descent outside of the continent of Africa. So the African heritage is present in every aspect of Brazilian culture.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about how that influenced your music and your musical journey.
Sure. So my music is a mixture of indigenous sounds and African sounds, and obviously Portuguese and everything that Brazil has to offer. And there is a very strong African heritage in Brazil. There already is in the music. And so I have just attempted to bring in the contemporary African, and I think there are a lot of Brazilian artists who are doing this, bringing in the contemporary African and kind of going full circle with the heritage and the more modern feeling and the more modern ideas. So that's what I've been bringing into my music. There's aspects that are from Yoruba culture, Nigerian culture, which is what's very strong in Bahia and in the northeast of Brazil, where we talk a lot about the orishas and about the candomblé or santeria or voodoo or whatever you want to call it, which is all kind of linked together. And so that's a part of it, but that's just a part of it. I also use a lot of rhythms from Cape Verde, from Angola, and different places in Africa that are similar to ours, but a little bit different. So I feel like a lot of us Brazilians have started to get into African music, the modern African music, and have just fallen in love with it because it's very similar but different. And so that's exciting because it's something new, it's something fresh. And so I think it's really cool, this movement that's happening where people are going full circle and bringing some of the more modern ideas into Brazilian music and vice versa, because we also influence them a lot. So that's a beautiful connection that we have now with the technology that we have now. It's easier to talk to each other and collaborate.
Right, exactly. So we have invited you here today so that you can show us a little bit of what you are working on, because you're working on a new CD. Tell us a little bit about
Sure, yeah. I've been working on it for a while. Because of this whole crisis, everything got delayed. But it's supposed to be coming out soon, I hope. I just finished recording, well, not just finished, a few months ago we recorded a big chunk of it, and then those files are all going to Brazil now, and people are going to be recording other instruments on top of that. And so it's a mixture of, similar to what my first album was, which was a mixture of Brazilian, like I said, indigenous, African and Portuguese influences, and that one was very much like that. This one is similar as well. It's produced by this wonderful artist called Alberto Salgado, who is based out of Brasília, and he loves to do these really crazy time signatures. So you're going to hear one of the songs that's in 9/8, and so it's really exciting and fun and challenging for us, and it's been really fun.
Did you compose any of the songs on the CD?
Yeah, so this one I was talking about was composed by myself and Salgado, and then there are, I think, 3 of them that I wrote just by myself. There's one by Rafael Pondé. There's what else is there? And then there's maybe like 3 or 4 that is me and Salgado.
All right, so tell us about the first song that you're going to perform for us today.
Sure, the first one's called Pra Você Chegar, and it's the one that I spoke about that's in 9/8, that's composed by myself and Salgado. It's the first song that we ever composed together. It's cool the way we met because he reached out to me, somebody at a radio station in Rio gave him my CD, and he listened to it and he loved it, and he reached out to me and he was like, "Oh, I love your music." And then I went to check out his music and I was like, "Wow, this guy's really good," you know?
That's awesome.
So it was really cool. So we started working together after that.
Remotely,
yeah. And then we met. Like, he came here, I went there, we collaborated, we've done shows together, and obviously composed together. And we started working right away, and that's when we wrote that song, right when we first met.
Who else is playing on that song?
So we have part of my band here. There's TJ Turkman on bass, Jenna, I always mess up her last name, but she says Jenna with a G, so that's easy to remember, and then, which is TJ's wife. And then we have Rafael Pondé on electric guitar, we have Alberto Salgado on nylon guitar, and then on drums is Frank Russo and sometimes Juan Magna.
All right, so let's hear the first song.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
cedo não para que o tempo lá não fechou. A roupa limpa sacode que o dia já começou. Vestiu o menino, desceu ladeira, contar moedas, café, o ar. Quantas luas pra poder te ver? Quantos dias vão amanhecer? A vida vida continua no seu dançar rotineiro. Todo mundo nessa dança, nesse balanço maneiro. A vida continua no seu dançar rotineiro. Ecoa dessa terra seu respeito, queima no teu peito seu efeito. Chama, reza, crua, sem a fé padecer. Chama, reza, crua, sem a fé padecer. Mais um dia raiou pra você chegar. Mais um dia passou pra você chegar. Eu levo um andor pra você chegar. Eu toco o tambor pra você chegar. Mais um dia raiou pra você chegar. Mais um dia passou pra você chegar. Eu levo um andor pra você chegar. Eu toco o tambor pra você chegar.
All right, thank you for sharing that wonderful tune. I have a question. Did the lyrics come first or did the rhythm come first?
No, the rhythm came first. So Salgado sent me the track with, basically just him playing the guitar, and then I added the words to that and the melody. So definitely the rhythm came first.
So the rhythm kind of like was evocative for you when it brought the lyrics up.
Yeah, it actually made me think of a poem that I had written, and I put it into the song. So that's kind of what I did. I adapted the poem to the song.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, what are you going to play next?
So next we're going to play a song that is not on my album because it's brand new, and I wrote it with my friend Gilmar Gomes, who's from Bahia. Very talented guy, writes beautiful music, amazing percussionist. He plays with Enrique Iglesias and all that stuff. So this song is called Feitiço de Oxum, and we really just sat. We were jamming at my friend's house in Miami, and I showed him something that I was thinking, and then I gave him the guitar, and he like ran with it, and then I put the lyrics on it. So it's a fun one.
So this is a song that, based on the name, it has a lot to do with the African heritage that we were talking about. Tell us a little bit about that, please.
Definitely. So the lyrics to this song are about, it's a little story about Oshun and Eshu, which are two Orishas, and they had a little relationship when Oshun, she was trying to find out how to read the future, basically. So there's the Jogo de Búzios, which is the cowrie shells that you play it's a divination game, right? And so the Mãe de Santos and the Pai de Santos, the Babalorixás, and they do this reading. And so the story is that Oshun seduced Eshu so that Eshu would go and steal the secrets of the divination so that she could have those secrets as well. So that's kind of what the song talks about.
All right. So let's hear it.
Sure. Let's go.
Oxum, deusa danada, com olhos profundos, serei encantos oriundos, com razão e namoro Exu. Exu então roubava os segredos de oráculo que eram guardados em lugar sagrado, jogo de Kim, de Orumilá. Ela virou Lulaie, Babalaô, Pelé e Fá, o Babalorixá, o Babalorixá. Ela virou Lulaie, Babalaô, Pelé e Fá, o Babalorixá, o Babalorixá. Oxum, deusa danada, com olhos profundos, serei encantos oriundos, com razão e namoro Exu. Exu então roubava os segredos de oráculo que eram guardados em lugar sagrado, jogo de Kim, de Orumilá. Ela virou Lulaie, Babalaô, Pelé e Fá, o Babalorixá, o Babalorixá. Ela virou Lulaie, Babalaô, Pelé e Fá, o Babalorixá, o Babalorixá. Histórias futuras vou lhe contar, momentos difíceis já vão passar.
All right, so we are getting to the end of the show. What is the next song that you want to share with us?
Yeah, so the next one is a song that I wrote called Musa Musica, and it's pretty much a tribute to music itself. You know, music is my muse, so that's really what it's all about.
All
How
right.
it makes us feel and how it can evoke emotion and sadness and happiness and help us out of difficult moments and things like that. And I'm going to have the pleasure of playing with Dani, so I'm really excited to play with Dani Cortázar.
All
in the
right,
studio.
excellent. That's a great way to close today's show with you. So we're really excited to hear Musa Musica.
Yes. Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4. Você canta com todas as vozes, notas felizes com seu clamor. Você toca com delicadeza, cor de riqueza para se expor. Teu sorriso é mais belo que a fama, é um panorama de consolação. Teu segredo é um livro aberto no meio deserto temporal. Me diz dos teus desejos mais profundos. Me diz dos teus poderes vagabundos. Ao pé do meu ouvido contigo. Na cidade turbulenta, quem te escuta? Passarinho, 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 passarinho. Musa, musa, música. Musa, musa, música. Musa, musa, música. Musa, musa, música. Musa, musa, música, oh. Musa, musa, música, oh. Musa, musa, música, oh. Musa, musa, música, oh. Yeah, 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 oh. La, 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 yeah, la, la, yeah. Le, 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 yeah, le, yo. Le, yeah, yo.
That was awesome. That was so much fun.
Thank you.
So, Cissa, thank you so much for coming to share with us today and helping us celebrate the best in Latin music, Hispanic Heritage Month, with InTune recording. And we hope to see you again soon. This is your first visit, and we hope that you come back from there.
Definitely, me too. Thank you so much for having me. This was really a lot of fun, and it's such a beautiful place. Please come check it out if you're looking for a studio, because it's worth it. It's really gorgeous. Yeah, and these guys are so sweet. So thanks for having me.
I really appreciate it. Thank you, Cissa. We'll see you soon.
Yes.
We are glad that you joined us today for another celebration of Nuestra Herencia, a celebration of our Latino culture, brought to you by InTune Recording and Antigua Productions. We hope to see you next time with more guests to continue celebrating the best in our Latino culture. Until then, stay safe, everybody. Adios.